So have you ever wondered how to keep your lawn and garden in tip-top shape and looking good all season? Especially when you live in southern Arizona where summertime temperatures can soar upwards of 110s to 120s? Well, I'll show you how to do it. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button below as we have plenty more lawn and garden videos to come. Sit tight and let's learn something new with everything Avron. What's up guys, we got an outdoor version of everything Avron today. We're going to be doing the backyard. There's a whole lot that needs to be done to it, from dog stuff to the grass to edging to pulling weeds, you name it, we're going to have to do it today. This is actually going to be the first cut of spring, somewhat late spring right now. We just got to the first day in March. There's a whole lot that needs to be done this afternoon. Luckily the sun is just past the house, so we don't have to worry about burning up too much out here today. Due to these two here, got to pick up what they leave behind. Once we get that done, we're going to start going around, pick up as much weeds as we can from both inside the grass and on the edging. So yeah, let's get going. What's up guys, fun fact for the day. Sometimes I use the pooper scooper to pick up what the dogs leave behind. Works real well in the grass, but when it comes to the rocks, it picks up more rocks than what else is supposed to pick up. So I'll use actually a glove and a bag for those of you who can actually stomach it, but it's a lot more efficient and you don't have to worry about kicking up all your rocks and have a bunch of bare spots without rocks in it. Alright guys, now that we're done with that part, thanks to these two here, we're going to move on to the weeds, and yeah, I think we'll start over here and work our way all the way around. So guys, this method is a little bit slower than what you could do if you just grab Roundup or something and start spraying them. But personally, I like to use my hand as much as possible because then I can avoid having any type of poison out here on the lawn where, once again, those two over there won't get sick because they always dig holes and try to eat everything that they're not supposed to eat. Some of y'all may or may not be wondering, why is there a gate surrounding the grass area? Once again, that's because of these two here. They, over the winter, wrecked and wreaked havoc over the grass. All these brown spots are patch fixed in hopes to kind of fix it. Otherwise, these two would continue to pee everywhere and rip up the grass, just like normal puppies. Alright guys, now that we've got all the weeds picked up, now it's time for the funnest part, mowing the grass. I better get up because I'm partially allergic to grass. It's not too big of a plot. It's about 33 feet by 33 feet. Oh, look, hummingbird. Can you see it? Squirrel! Anyway, what I'm using is a 13 amp corded mower from Black & Decker. Got it from really any home improvement store you can find it. It does just well just for what I'm doing out here. But since this is the first mow of the season, grass is extremely high, so it's probably going to take me a while just because it has a smaller bag. But once again, not too big of a plot of grass, so that'll be fine. However, first things first, new season means new blade. Can't see if you guys can tell, but over the past season or so, this guy got chipped up quite a bit, mainly because of the rocks that get kicked into the grass area by the dogs. Each season, I recommend you guys replace your blades if you can, and yeah, it'll keep your cuts nice and clean, keep the grass healthy. And as always guys, before you do any maintenance or cleaning on any type of power tools, you want to make sure it's not plugged in, because that is the quickest way to end up without a limb or loss of more. So yes, unplugged, we're good to go. Alright guys, so I got the old blade off, got the new blade in my hand. So just like I said, you can see just how one season really chewed this guy up in comparison to the new one, which is nice and sharp and clean, and you won't damage your grass. Guys, today I'm actually going to have to change up my pattern, mainly because I have the gate there. Normally I'll do it back and forward all the way through. I'm actually going to have to go around the perimeter first, give myself some extra space so that I can do a smaller back and forward pattern. So yeah, let's get going. Alright guys, just finished up mowing. As you can tell, it's looking a lot better, a lot smoother. I think towards the end of the season I'll probably have to level the lawn, because it seems like that side is actually higher than over here, in addition to the fact that there's just a bunch of divots here and there. It's a work in progress, but for now, I like it. Alright, next thing, we got the edger, also from Black & Decker corded. I like it because it maintains power, don't have to worry about batteries. Yes, it's not as powerful as the gas one, but once again, for this amount of land, I don't need that much power. I want you guys to get a good look at this edge, because once we're finished up, it's going to look clean and crisp, just like a fresh haircut. Alright, I like to go forwards and backwards. I found that it makes a cleaner cut, actually knocks off some of it as I go forward, and then it makes it nice and clean final cut as I come back. So let's go ahead and get started. You see, it's coming out real nice. Of course, all this extra grass is going to get picked up and it's going to make it look even better. We're going to go ahead and continue all the way around. Alright guys, we're running out of light here. So I enlisted the help of my wife over there. She's actually doing the leaf blower on suction mode. Hopefully you guys can see with the low light, but after you edge it up, you leave a lot of dirt and stuff everywhere. So what she'll do is she'll suck it up, make it a nice clean line. Alright guys, so we just finished up tonight. We actually ran out of light before we can finish the video. I'm gonna get inside to get some allergy medicine. I can already start feeling my allergies going. Don't know why I'm sitting down in this grass because I'm actually allergic to it. I'll probably finish up the night with applying a quick layer of the weed and seed. Back in that corner over there, there was some weeds coming up in the grass.
The next day.
Good morning, we're back here one more time. We see we got the grass cut that we finished last night. Had to cut off the video a little bit early because we started running out of light. Put the gate back in just to keep these two out of there for the next couple of days, because next thing we're going to do is fertilizer. There's many different types of fertilizer you guys can get out there. I just decided to get the Vigor one, so I wanted to feed it, weed it, and continue from there. Hey bro. Also, just like there's a broad variety of fertilizer out there, there's a broad variety of fertilizer spreaders. I just got the Scott's handheld broadcast spreader. There's plenty of different types, plenty of different brands. They all do the same thing. They spread the fertilizer out, and they all work just as good. Of course, kind of pick the one that matches your lawn size. Mine's not too big, so it won't take me too long to go out around it with this thing. Each bag of fertilizer will tell you, depending on what type of spreader you guys have, what setting to put it on. So we have the Scott's broadcast spreader here, so as you can see, we'll put it on setting number 4.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Alright guys, first rule of landscaping is make sure your irrigation system is turned off. Lesson learned. Alright guys, just finished up putting the fertilizer down. Grass was moist, so the fertilizer granules are actually going to stick to the grass for a couple of days, it says, to be more effective and kill off all the weeds. So now, on to the next thing. One more aspect of the backyard is this raised flower bed I have. These are all annuals, these are petunias specifically. I'll put a picture up below just so you guys can see what it looked like when I originally planted them. But total transformation. I didn't expect him to get this big, but it's awesome. It looks nice. It's a real nice aesthetic factor to the backyard. One thing you guys can't see is actually installed an additional dripper line underneath all these plants. There's a 1/2-inch tubing up against the wall all the way around the yard. So I went up and came with a 1/4-inch tubing, and each individual plant out here has its own pressure compensating nozzle, so they can all get the exact amount of water that they all need. So with petunias, guys, one thing you have to do with them is something called deadheading. Essentially what deadheading is you cut off flower that has already been spent. I'll try to see if I can get a better picture up close of what I mean by spent flowers in comparison to new flowers and blooming flowers. The reason why you want to deadhead is because these are annuals, and what petunias do after they spend a flower, the dead flower will fall off, and what you can't see inside here is a little seed pod. That seed pod will turn brown and essentially drop a seed, where a new plant would actually be grown. But what it also does is that line or that stem will no longer create a flower. So you don't want to have a whole bunch of just green plants. You want the blooms, so you deadhead them. Alright guys, quick learning alert here. So the flower you see on the right is one that's in full bloom. You normally do not want to cut this, but I sacrificed one flower just for this video. The one right next to it, this is a new bloom. This guy, as you can tell, it's a little bit richer in color. It's actually one that's coming in, so once again, you don't want to cut it. The flower in the middle here, as you see, this is one that just finished blooming. It's already on its way down. You can see that it's a little bit more pale than the new flower, and it's actually starting to wilt. Go ahead and cut this, guys, if you want to. Sometimes it can add some color, but it's more of a pale color. Next to it, you see we have a dried up flower. Of course, as you can tell, this guy's already done and it's getting ready to fall off. So feel free to cut these. And last but not least, all the way to the left, you see just the green stem itself. This guy will no longer produce a flower, so go ahead and cut that. So I'm going to set you down there for a second. I'm going to go ahead and get started on deadheading all of these. They're bigger than what I expected, so hopefully this doesn't take me too long. Just finished up this one flower bed. It took the better part of an hour and a half. I'll probably start the other flower bed on that corner of the yard a little bit later when it gets cooler. But essentially, as you can see, I did quite a bit of cutting, quite a bit of trimming. Any pieces of flower that was sticking out of the garden fence, I actually went ahead and cut. But it's okay because these guys grow aggressively as long as you make sure they're fertilized, they have plenty of sun. So even if you do like somewhat heavy trimming, you should be good to go and they'll continue to grow like normal. Last but not least is feeding them. I do it bi-weekly, every 2 weeks, and I just use the regular manufactured amounts. Guys, don't pay no mind to my MacGyver attachment I have here. Pretty much I just cut a hole in the bottom of the cup. This allows me to reach the water pail down to the bottom of the plant. Petunias really don't like to get wet, and if they do, they start to shrivel up, especially in the sun. So yeah. Guys, that about does it for today's video. Just as a quick recap, showed you what the petunias are, annuals, showed you how to take care of those guys, and of course we did the lawn, mowed it, edged it, fertilized it, you name it, we did that. Later this evening I have to go do that other flower bed, same thing we did over here, but I'm gonna save that for when the sun's not out because it's once again 102 damn hot and I'm tired. Thank you guys again, and I'm out.